everybody and welcome back to RikuNaceLand. My name's Jules and today we're going to start something amazing. From now on, every Friday will be Rusty Lake Friday. That means every Friday there's going to be a new video coming out about Rusty Lake. It might be a new Cube Escape game, a new Rusty Lake game that we play, or maybe an old one that we replay, although we know the riddles already, just for the story. Or maybe even discussion videos or some theory videos about the whole thing that's behind this. About Mr. Owl, about Mr. Crow, about Dale Vandermeer, the whole Vanderboom family and the Islanders, and everything that has happened so far and everything that might happen in the future. To start things off, I decided to go with Samsara Room. Most people who played the Cube Escape games know that there are also premium games, the Rusty Lake games, that have also the name Rusty Lake in their names, and most people who played those games also know that there are Cube Escape games. But what less and less people know is that this game exists, Samsara Room. As it says here, Studio Martin presents Samsara Room. This is still from the Rusty Lake crew, it's just been the first game they released. Although it was before the whole universe started, the whole Rusty Lake universe, we still can grasp some connections to the story. And we can also see some graphics that we're also kind of familiar with from the Cube Escape games. So I'd like to take you on a journey to the beginning of Rusty Lake. Have fun. Also, the reason why I'm talking like this is the music in the background. It just calms me like hell. I woke up in a room I never have seen before. My head hurts and I feel dead inside. This looks exactly as one of those room escape games. But this room feels like something different. So here we are in the room, and we can see the typical clock we all know from kind of all the other Rusty Lake games. The Cube Escape games as well as Hotel Roots, Paradise, they all had this clock. And here, down here we have a tea light. And of course the store is locked, but since this was the first game the Rusty Lake crew made, they made this circle red so that people knew that they could open the clock by just changing the time. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, which might be a lot of people because I didn't know before, Samsara is a word, well, for Hindus it means something like circle of life, if you might say it like this, the circle of rebirth and reincarnation. And as we know, the Rusty Lake games circle about reincarnation. We have these theories on what happens when you die and how corrupted souls come to exist, how these animal-human mix-ups become to exist, how the fish exist. The fish also is part of that. And this game might just be the beginning of all of that. What we see here is ourselves in the mirror. We look a bit vague today. And we all know this telephone, but it just said search for enlightenment, and there was no creepy voice like the corrupted soul telling us that. There is something here, but we can't get this rug out of the way. We need something sharp, I guess. Okay, here we got a note. We can crumble it, but that doesn't work. Here we got the fish, the matches, and a pencil. Maybe we can use the pencil. Oh, there's another tea light. We got 5 tea lights now. The rug. Okay, that doesn't work. Lighting it on fire doesn't work either. I have another idea. We might draw on this paper. Yeah, a key. That's how people usually come to life. And I just see we missed something. It was, who would have guessed that? A knife that might be perfect for down here. So let's see what we got here. We got 5 things. that apparently create a cube. So here we have another connection to the Cube Escape series. The cubes were already existing in this game, although we don't know when exactly the game plays yet. This looks like a Bob Ross painting, but it seems to also be an invisible wall, and we can tear that down as well. The question is, do we want to go through this? Nothing happens when we click at this. So there is another cube, but we can't do anything with it. What we can do now is we can put the tea lights here. We had exactly 5, so that was not that hard to guess. Okay, I thought something would come to exist here, but I think we have to put the fish here. Nothing's happening. Oh, maybe we should light the candles. Stupid me. And as you can see, the graphics and the sound effects were not as good. But you might also know that from the lake and seasons, because, well, it all just developed over time. So now something should be happening. Probably. Maybe we can finally go through here. Yes. So now we are in sort of a different world. We're underwater and we look a bit fishy. Apparently we have become a fish. So we first being human, then become a fish. The fish is part of the whole circle. The fish is part of the circle in the Rusty Lake universe. We still have the phone here. And apparently it's 6:20. And here we got a seashell. Here we got another seashell. We can go through here, but I guess we have to do another ritual. Yeah, nothing happens. Except for the music changing. It's 6:20, but I can't change the time. Because the clock's just floating around, nor can I access this. I look a bit fishy, yes. I'd like to look up, but apparently we can't look up. Ah, here we got something else, a cup. We might fill it with water, but that's just too easy, I guess. Ah, there's another shell here. So we got 5 shells now. We still got the knife, which means we can just do this. 5 shells down here. Maybe the cup this time? No, not the cup. Not the cup. We have to do just something differently with the cup. I got an idea. We could catch it. And I'm back. Ah, okay. This way we came back into the original universe where we were at first. We can catch this lizard thingy, and we can also turn the clock to 6:20. And what the fuck? A dead, fat, big body. He looks a bit like... I won't touch that. Can't cut him open or just pinch him with a pencil. We now have a dead body on the floor. But that shouldn't matter that much because we're just going back into the fish universe now. And in the fish universe we now have the gecko. Maybe we need that on the floor. Apparently we do. Oh. And now we should be able to approach to the next universe. Or maybe our next life. Or whatever it might be. Our world turned upside down. We are apparently a lizard now. Which is not an original part in the Rusty Lake kind of circle. Unless of course this guy, well, became an animal human being mixed now. Which is coming after the fish part. And his animal just was the lizard. But we'll see about that later. I think there's gonna be something soon that will make this theory go away. Ice, fire, fire, fire. Ice, fire is the combination we need to remember. Here we got candles. And there we got the body. Here we got some more candles. We're still missing one candle, right? There it is. Okay, so now we should light them up. Oh! Ah, we can change their color. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Ice, fire, fire, fire. Ice, fire, ice, fire. So it is ice, fire, fire, fire. Ice, fire, ice, fire. Nothing happens. We have to put something in here. Nothing happens. I have another clue. Oh! We got a caterpillar. Let me just see if... Well, everything's upside down. So ice, fire, fire, fire. Ice, fire, ice, fire. Ice, fire, fire, fire. Ice, fire, ice, fire. Okay. Nothing happens if we do it upside down as well, like in the normal way then. Still, we now got that caterpillar. And I think we should go back into another universe, but because there's nothing to really do here with the caterpillar. And we're even back in the normal world, so we can just drop the fish. Well, we can just get the fish back and drop the caterpillar here. Maybe this guy wants the fish? I thought so. Okay, let's see where we are going now. We are now a caterpillar, or a dick, I don't know, a pretty hairy dick. I'm sorry. Yeah, very handsome. So we are a caterpillar now. So, well, as I said, Samsara has to do with the Hinduism belief of... That is a wonderful carpet. Sorry, it distracted me. But still, it has to do with the Hinduism belief of reincarnation and how you can reincarnate it into different animals and everything. We had some parts overlapping with the Cube Escape series and the other Rusty Lake games, but not everything fits. Like, for example, we have become different animals. One of them has been the fish, yes, but the caterpillar and the lizard didn't make any sense. But still, let's see what we have to do here. Did you find the time? We did. Apparently, otherwise we couldn't do anything because this guy would not be here yet. And I guess, yes, we can crawl inside him. We're in a tree. Also, one part in the circle is standing in this tree. In this tree. Why did I say tree? In this forest, of course. But we can't do anything yet. We still need to light stuff up, but we have some dots here. So we might just be able to use those to get an egg for reasons. But his nipples aren't twitching like in Rusty Lake Paradise though. I really like this carpet. I'd like to stay in this world forever. But I guess we need to go back now. Or if we get up there. Get back into the real human world. Just to drop the egg here. And to try to become some sort of bird. Funny bird, apparently. The time is clock window, cabinet mirror. That should be 0, 8, 2, 5. So 8, 2, 5. And we got a key from that. And as you might have noticed, the music has changed a lot in here. So let's open up this window. And as the bird we are, we can now fly out of this. The room is setting itself back together. We are out of it. We are enlightened. That's the end. The universe is gone. We made it. The music back then has been made by Kevin MacLeod, or however he's called. Thanks so much. It was really intense. It really fitted to this. And it's gone. I just want to talk for a second about what we just saw. I'm not sure about the real connection to the other Cube Escape games, but in itself, the game has a deeper message. You might have already gotten it, I talked about it before. We have the Hinduism belief in reincarnation, that you can die and be reborn as an animal, as another human being, depending on your so-called karma. And usually you just go up and up and up depending on how your karma was, like how well you behaved in your last life. That decides what kind of animal or human you are gonna be in your next life. And once your karma is high enough, when you die, that's gonna be the last time you die. And then you can reach the nirvana, a place that's just happiness, out of this universe. The circle is broken is what some people say about this. You finally don't have to be reborn anymore, because you have been enlightened. And that's what just happened here. I think that's exactly what just happened here. This guy we were playing, he went through different lives in this box. Of course it was just a metaphor. But in the end, he made it out of the universe, out of the box, out of this room, with this out of the universe, into the nirvana. He said, I feel enlightened now. He felt enlightened, everything turned white. The room itself didn't even exist anymore for him. He was just in the nirvana. If you saw any other clues to any other theories or whatever in this video, feel free to tell me about them. I'd like to see you again next Rusty Lake Friday, the second Rusty Lake Friday, where we're probably gonna start playing the Cube Escape series. We might start with the lake. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna always tell some stuff about the story within the games and maybe sum it up in a special video afterwards or something. But a lot of the content I'm talking about, the theories and everything, will be in these videos, as you just saw with Samsara Room. I think this was a special beginning for our Rusty Lake Fridays. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell me how you liked this game, even if you haven't played the other games before, but especially if you played the Cube Escape games and the Rusty Lake Premium games. What did you think of Samsara Room? Did it connect to the other games for you, or did you think it was cool but separately? Or do you just think it was complete bullshit and, well, had nothing to do with it at all? I'd really like to hear what you think, and maybe we get some more theories together with this. Because the more theories we have, the more good ideas we have, and the more good ideas we have, the higher the possibility that we might be right. This music really makes me talk calmly and a lot. I don't know if that's a good thing, but depending on what time it is right now, when you are watching this, I'm wishing you good day, good morning, good evening, and of course, an awesome night. Until next time, bye everybody.